again. Alright, looks like that was working. Yay! And I'll just stick with normal. Yes, yes, sure. Bump that up by 1, actually.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
I just realized I don't know where my water bottle is. Alright. Handguns, dodge, block, sneak, lockpick. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna go with these two as the main ones. Yeah, I'll just build like this. And
I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters.
then
Subtle and discreet. Exactly what I need.
alright. So aptitude, determination, I already forgot what these do. So, maximum health. Persuade. Engineering, dodge. I don't know what N-ray is. Food effect, corrosion damage, inspiration, medical.
Working your way up to provisioner?
Yeah, because I already know what skills I'm going to end up using the most. And I've always been terrible at character customization. So I'm just going to pick a preset. Oh, this lighting is terrible. I can't actually... I think that's the one I was looking for. Trying to decide which of these looks more closer to my age. This one, I guess. I don't look that bad. Next. Next.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
And we're gone.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 9%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
And there we go. Hooray!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship.
Alright, real quick. There's a setting. I don't remember if I turned it off.
Better you than the board, huh?
There we go.
Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
I mean, there are worse ways. Fairly certain I can just run right past here. I know it's meant to teach you stealth, but like, I would like to get to the actual game.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Crunch. Yo, dude.
Hey, you. Come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
No one has to know. Feeling what happened to you, Spacer's choice.
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What's this about marauders? What are you doing out here? You're hiding in a cave and you blocked off the exit. You're as good as dead.
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
That's not the best, but, you know,
Yeah,
you do you.
okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
Boy,
Yes,
a whole
nailed it that
30%.
time.
Can you tell me where I am? Do you know anything about... Nope. I'm just gonna move on. I know you've got... Give. Don't need Saltuna. Do need that.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Q for tactical time damage. Now I think about it, I think that's the same button for VATS on Fallout. Whoops. Yeah, my aim is terrible. Not 100% sure, but I almost feel like it's just that the gun is too precise. Though that also just sounds like making excuses. I should have shot those. That would have been much better. Yeah. Where? Oh, there he is.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Oh, there you are. How did I not see you?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech! Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Just a landing violation. There goes. So I heard. I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Jamaica, I helped him with the pain. Still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little brighter.
Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
I love the corporate bullshit that comes out of these people.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Alright, well, there you are. Oh. Was trying to be very careful with that last one. I did not want to accidentally shoot her. There you are. I swear there was like a fourth one, wasn't there? No, I guess not.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel.
Sup?
Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct? I'm not here to misappropriate anything. I don't appreciate being talked to that way.
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed. Hawthorne's dead. I'm sorry. Your captain's a red smear under my escape pod. Okay, because this is a role-playing game, I don't want to be mean.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly. Okay, but I'm not Hawthorne. Hawthorne is dead.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Where am I supposed to find something like that? Engineering 5. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got it, thanks. Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it. Get off with this Captain Hawthorne nonsense. No, I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Will do. Yeah, got it. And wait, hold on. All right, now enterprises, XP from companion kills, demolition, damage when alone. I don't plan on being alone. As often as I can help it, I will have at least, well, I shouldn't say at least, but yeah, I plan on having as many companions with me at any given time as possible. Unlock the ability to fast travel when encumbered. Typical time dilation, recharge rate. Walk speed, sprint speed. I'm going to be walking everywhere, so I might pick that for the first one. Carry capacity. Additional ammo stock at vendors. And consumable and general stock at vendors. Weapon and armor durability. Companion crit chance. Base armor. Damage per flaw. Oh, that would actually... Okay, I'm not going to do it on this playthrough, but if I do a second playthrough of this game, I might do a playthrough getting every flaw I possibly can. Science weapon magazine size. So, let's see. Go with walk speed for now, because I am going to be walking everywhere. Open sesame. And yep.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain.
Damn
Help
right.
yourself. No, really.
Well, it is mine. This is officially my ship now.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Right. Just looking for anything I can pick up that I'll actually be able to make full use of.
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
Anything over here?
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Ouch. Off we go.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because
What
you
if
sure
it is?
walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Oh no, not my pay. I don't have a job. Alright, you've got it all wrong. I'm a Starship Space Safety Inspector. Take down payments in wanton by. Jeez. If I go with this...
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down in Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play a good boy for this playthrough. My aim is too terrible for a gun that's that precise. I genuinely think that might actually be the problem, is that this gun too accurate. Like, that doesn't have, like, the kind of sway that other games do. So, like, when you're aiming down sights, it's almost pinpoint, but, like, otherwise it's normal. So I might actually have a better time aim just hip-firing stuff. Oh, and this guy's gonna think I'm a marauder, isn't he?
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea.
Not my problem. Be so sure, it could be marauder. Why do you say that?
It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by him. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Alright, nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable. Like, technically that is true, though, because I'm pretty sure legally I do just become Alex Hawthorne in this game.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Alright, who do I talk to about a power regulator? I'm looking to make a little money while I'm here. This place looks like it's falling to pieces. Fancy title for gravedigger.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the background being blurred the way it is. Because on the one hand, it makes it easier to focus on this dude and what he's saying. On the other, that looks kind of funny. But also, I guess that's about what peripherals would seem like. Like, what your peripheral vision when you're actually, like, looking someone straight in their face. You want me to collect money that's owed to you? I can do that. You're making people pay for their own graves. Why can't you collect the fees?
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
All right. On we go. So I don't remember if this counts as stealing in here. Okay, yeah, this stuff is stealing. I'll leave that be then. And already I had a connection issue. So tonight is off to a great start. Alright, so... might end up having to adjust the brightness.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Oh, most definitely.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Relax, I'm clean. Your haircuts usually come with free lectures. I can show you my hands.
We don't believe in free anything here in Edgewater. We're a Spacer's Choice company. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I'm looking to repair my ship. Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Don't care, pay up. You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity. That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights. Just give Silas and I...
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
And to snoop through your things. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down his family or something. Yeah, I'm probably not going to end up reading every little thing, but because I've already played a good bit of this game, I already know about certain things like that. I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for the gravesite fees? Sound like you had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine. Okay, so first off, this.
You know about Eugene? How?
Found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're gonna have to.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Alright, hold on. Was there more I could say to
What
you?
can I do for you?
Alright, looking for a ship. Just for the experience, I do want to do this one.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if you use the term doctor loosely. So you prepared corpses for burial, a pretty specific job description. I'm guessing you were trained at a medical school.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Nice. Alright, well, that's all I got for you. Anyway, moving on. Journal. Okay, that's how we do it.
Yes,
Yo, dude.
Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Handguns. Wave your gun. Hand over all your bits. I'm not doing that.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
I don't know anybody by that name. I heard you muttering to yourself, perception. You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Maybe. I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what? Lie. He told me everything. How long did you think you could keep it a secret like that? I mean, I do think it's funny, but nah.
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Sorry to hear that. You're being paranoid. I'm sure it's all very tragic and heartbreaking. Pay me so I can get out of here. Yeah, it said I was gonna play a good boy for this stream, but realistically, like, my goodness only goes so far.
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help? Why do you think I'm a freelancer? Well, for obvious reasons. Depends on what you need. You can't afford me. Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Sure, why not?
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Probably. Taking an awful risk, trusting me, you know that. Well, he's paranoid and he feels like he doesn't have anyone else to turn to, so I'll be leaving.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Your hair is very shiny.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary.
Sup, Esther?
I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
It's not the way I would put it. Because I think for paranoia, I would say that he's got... I'm trying to think of something to compare it to. I don't know, plenty of things going on in the attic. Too much for there to be dust and cobwebs.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Abernathy's paying me for my trouble. Can you match his offer? I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
I'll think
That's
about
all
it.
I can ask of you.
And this way for the last person. Hello.
You the new worker?
Nope.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Guessing the foreman, gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess. You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Said this guy shot himself? I'll let you get back to work. Yes, I already know most of the details surrounding it. And know that I don't care that much about it. Oh wait, there's the last guy over there. I forgot. What's up, dude?
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about? You okay? You seem confused. Silas sent me. You owe him your gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Sure. What are you babbling about? Are you okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance needs a hired... crap. I swear I can read. If your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire. Got a question for you.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple pointers. Got a question for you. I'll let you be. I'll go deal with that after returning to Silas. I'm gonna adjust the brightness real quick. Which was... Oh, Silas!
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Hey, who do I talk to about power regulators? Hey, about those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
All done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Say, I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Take care. And another connection issue. I just not having a good time. Software. Streamlabs is still going. I'm gonna try something. See if that's any more reliable. Just trying to get it to come back on. Okay, it's back on. Yay. Reading chat might be a bitch, though. I really need a second monitor. Hey. That was like, what, I think 2 connection errors in one stream.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this address. The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest.
Yes, you do.
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You know, I've been thinking that this game looks different on PC. Reed especially looks different from how I remember him. I'll wait until you're finished.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Alright, we can start with introductions. I'm StaijeFright. Nope, I'm Alex Hawthorne. You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, Wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
I think you have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Right, my ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Tell me what I need to do. What a surprise. I never would have guessed. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Tell me what I need to do. Why, if you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head. Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
Can I help? None of what you're telling me is my problem. I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
God, I am just having connection issue after connection issue after connection issue. I must have the worst internet on Twitch. I think if I have another connection issue, I might just stop streaming for the night. Alright, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you. How will I recognize Adelaide? I can't make any promises.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Hooray! A level up. That I spent the Enables to undo point allocation after. Yes, confirm. Jesus. I totally didn't read that thing about combat dialogue. Okay. What's up? Alright.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Sure thing.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Okay, this is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it? Figures Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. What he said seemed pretty straightforward to me. If I wanted to deal with nuance, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. Let's move. Okay.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them? You were friends or what? Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned? I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. Stop by. What do we need to talk to the vicar about? Flipping a switch in your power mill. Flipping a switch in your power mill? Where would I find him? Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. What do we need to talk to the vicar about? Flipping a switch in the mill. Okay. Suppose it couldn't hurt to stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Your dad was a smart man. I don't remember if I really get anything out of talking to him other than just another quest for another companion.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
And there's a bit of dirt. Just nothing like what you're used to. These are scuffs and scratches. The walls aren't... Well, I guess those are pretty clean for stone. Whatever. Sup, dude?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
I love how annoyed he seemed when he thought one of the residents came up to him versus how much he perked right up when he realized I wasn't from here. Vardy wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. How did you know I'm an outsider? What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here? I just thought of something else I need to be doing.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant, cut off power to Adelaide's deserters, and the dishwasher's having an issue. Alright, cut power to the deserters. If you could answer quickly, we're in a hurry.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise? What do you think of Adelaide's group vicar? Alright, great. Can we wrap this up? What do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible? Right, just talk to everybody. Just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind. Sounds like I've got my work cut out for me. Thanks for your time.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that? I've been outside, I'm not impressed, and I can handle myself better than a vicar.
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more. Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book? I assume you'll want to burn it once you get your hands on it.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Look for your book. Why would a vicar... Kind of curious about this one.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never... I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of laymen's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
It's not exactly in a position to be in public consumption or circulation or what have you. You make a compelling argument. Seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear you're after this contraband text. I need to know a little more about this book before I agree to this. Maybe I'll get your book and sell it to someone else.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Map. No, wait, actually, journal. Don't need codex, need quest. That one. fully anticipating another connection issue right as I come up on something important. Well, that was a waste of ammo. I can't aim for crap. What are you? Kane Van Acker, Spacer's Choice, Anthologist, assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study terror-mating habits. Yeah, I can guess how that went. Anyway. I'd like to get back on the road. Which, of course, then takes me off-road. Whatever. Wasn't expecting to be able to actually jump like that. Oh well, I'm not going to lean that heavily into sneaking around. Damn it.
Here we go.
I forgot to go to the general store and sell stuff. That uses light ammo, and that uses heavy ammo. Just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia, but scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want those books moldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed them all away in a cave over by the river. Okay, that was nothing. On to the cave. Oh, hi.
Got him all.
Yoink. One sec, I need to check something. Okay, it looks like it's a little... My mic is a little off. See, let's tweak that a little. How about... What is up with this? I think my mic is just choosing to be a bit quiet. So I might have to mess around with that later. What if I do... No, that didn't really change anything. Just turn this up a little right there. Yeah, I have no idea why, but my mic was just being really quiet for some reason. Saw a person right over here. Okay, I think I like the shotgun even less than the pistol. The cave. All right.
Easy.
Hooray. I got XP. Whoop. No. If you're gonna explode, you're gonna do it away from me. think I will... Not sure how much this actually helps. So... Try this. Okay, no, because I know exactly when enemy is out there. I don't want to deal with that at this level.
Heard something outside the walls today.
While I'm here...
I'm not allowed any.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Sell. And... Oh, there we go. Huh. Neat. Don't need more than one of those. Don't need any of those. Or that. Or this. Now on to the
Any
vicar.
progress on that matter we discussed?
Got your book right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it, you just wanted it for yourself. You're overreacting a bit, don't you think? That book seems a bit more important than you let on.
There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
At least you still have your mission work here to give your life a meaningful purpose. Why did you think the book held the secrets you were looking for? This has to be some kind of cosmic retribution. Speaking of plague-ridden backwaters, I should get going. Let's see.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
It'd be a beneficial arrangement. You need a ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand. What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Sounds good. Let's go. That's all part of your vicar training. That all part of your vicar training? Spiritual counseling? Are you even a real vicar? Not sure I'm in the market for a hacking, brawling vicar. Maybe some other time.
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale. I'll meet you on
Or...
the ship when you're ready to depart from Emerald Vale.
Oh, you're not going to follow me? Darn. Right. Next order of business. Let's do that. Darn, I can't fast travel that way. Wait, isn't this side of town closer? Oh, so I just realized I need to... No, wait, that wasn't it. This is my inventory. Why does it keep dragging me over to Pavardi's inventory? Wait, what? She got a scope. I didn't realize she had a scope. First off, I'll give that back to her. I don't want to rob her of her weapon. Back. Yeah. So that's her gun. She can keep that for now. Open sesame. Why do I not have any of those right now? Oh, hey, there's a couple. Take a second to render in. Anyway. Oh, that was pointless. Hold up. Okay. Oh, hey. There's the thing. Ouch. I win. Again. Okay, seriously, is it the button I keep pushing to open that? That's not what I was looking for. Measure, view inventories. So because I keep pushing tab, it's taking me to my companion's inventory as opposed to my inventory. Which I'm just used to doing because I play Fallout and tab brings up the Pip-Boy. So there's the issue. Speaking of. Tech skills, stealth skills. Oh, actually, swap that with this. Because you're the technician, it makes sense to give you this. Oh wait, what was this? Not using heavy weapons, so I'm not going to bother with the shot cannon.
Great work.
Anything else? Is that you? Damn it. Oh. Well, soon I might have enough heavy ammo to start using, well, to justify using my assault rifle. There was another one, I think, who may have gotten lost in the grass. And I keep doing that on accident. I might have to remap that button. You don't see me. I think I'm gonna have to use a assault rifle anyway. Alright, it's mapped to 3. Hello. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Good. That could have gone much better. Depending on how bad I am with a keyboard, I might have to switch to using a controller. Come on. Damn it. What, where'd they... Oh. Okay, it might be better with the assault rifle anyway. I might actually be able to pick the lock to that room. So I'm gonna ignore the key. Or I can do that. Either way, I get more XP. Alright, that doesn't do anything. Yoink, yoink. Alright, that doesn't seem hostile, so... It gets to live.
Nice.
You find it funny how the light assault rifle uses heavy ammo. Actually, if I remember, I think it's not until you get the light machine gun or something that you have an automatic weapon that uses light ammo. Alright. So I leveled up. I did level up. Vardy, you get a perk. And I'm just gonna go with this for now because it's kind of your thing. I don't remember which you're more proficient in. I think melee is mostly your thing. Suede, lockpick, engineering. So yeah, your thing is mostly not combat. I just happen to drag you into combat. Of course, I mostly end up dragging her into combat because she is my favorite follower in here. All right. Okay, so never gonna use that. Get rid of that. Don't need. I'll hold on to that and give it to Max. Party doesn't need that anymore. I'll hold on to that and give it to Max. Don't need that either, really. That does use light ammo, right? Okay, it uses energy. Whatever. Yeah, I think I was probably thinking of the revolver handgun. Even then, I don't know if it's light ammo or heavy ammo, because I just cannot remember. It's been so long since I tried to play this game. Even then, I've never beaten this game. Let's turn this in. Turn into Esther.
I've got some time. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Not that simple. You want my silence, you're going to have to buy it. Charm. Never? That's harsh. At least leave me something to remember you by.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me.
Curious, who are you going to give that medicine to?
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
Sounds good to me. Alright, what do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Be leaving. If I remember, I think there's a person in here that you can give the medicine to directly, but that consumes all of it, I think. So... yoink. And then... journal. Yeah, I'll get started on actually doing that. Yeah, actual main quest. Open sesame. Don't need it. Don't need anything there. Oh, want that. Don't need. Don't need. Right. Reg. there. Take that.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What's your problem? I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it? Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Uh-huh. Where can I find Adelaide? You wouldn't happen to know anything about the geothermal plant nearby. Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Well, got problems. I just got shot into space. You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship. Trouble with marauders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
So yeah, trouble with marauders. Keep an eye out. You could always go looking for her. Don't tell me you're scared of a few marauders. Keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places. Don't worry about it, I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I've got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding? Maybe the marauders took her away. How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it?
It's actually nothing. That's what I needed to leave. Anyway, talk to Adeline first, and then I'll talk to Stefan.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers.
It's literally your name.
Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you. Is this your greenhouse? Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear
Yes.
it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening.
Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
He asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I mean, sure, but I also had the end of this game spoiled for me a little bit. Consider it. What have you got against the town? I'm not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to fix my ship. A hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Made your point clear enough. I'll see what I can do. I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. What do you have against people trying to make a living? Can I help you? What happens to Edgewater?
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Guess you have a point. Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
I will indeed. My conscience tells me not to side with you. Anyway, Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too.
A lot of
Something I can
canid.
help you with?
Told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened the day Zoe disappeared? Tell me a little about Zoe. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Well, she takes notes. That's all I need to know. This isn't it. I always find it funny when it comes to games like this, because you can just go until something updates, and then you get a new quest marker to follow.
Something I can help you with?
No, I'm good. Oh, come on.
That's the last of them.
Damn.
Easy.
Okay, the light machine gun does take heavy ammo. Swear to God, there is a heavy automatic weapon that takes light ammo. Wonder if it was the heavy machine gun. If there is a heavy machine gun, I don't remember now. Is that just part of a rock? Huh. Oh no, that's like a stump or something.
Here we go! Nice one!
Ha! Stepping on your own mines. It's like the whole reason I didn't want to get close is because I knew there was mines. Assault rifle, ammo. What's up?
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Here's Zoe. Your people are looking for you. You sound confused or possibly unscrewed. Not for free.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I've been sent to find you. I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Good, because I need clarity. Are you a prisoner here? How are you even alive? Why did you leave camp?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off? Are you a prisoner here? Why did you leave camp?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Sure, nothing at all. You a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
Why'd you leave your camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
I mean, you literally could have just gone back. There's something else, actually.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Can't imagine you're happy out here. Food's awful, company's worse, and no serial dramas.
And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Later. Hold up. The textures were stationary. Oh, nice. Does this open? This does not open.
Oh, you got that? Nice.
You.
What is it?
I found Zoe.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with the band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
That's pretty much it, really. Not going that way yet. Just gonna...
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, how are you, Hi. Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm just passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
10. Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Did I pick up the one in the community center? I'll let you know if I find anything.
I'd be grateful.
I should go. Anything, anywhere. Apple. More mock apple.
Anything else I can do for you? I am getting old, you know. These 2 lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the man that saves the veil. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Or I could just be passing through.
None of us are ever just passing through, dear. Not without leaving some footprints behind.
Don't you ever get tired of talking in circles?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Maybe it deserves to come to an end. You can always continue your way of life back in town. It's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it.
What makes you say that?
Can't change the world by running away from it. You're not contributing to society and just hate seeing people happy. You can't change the world by running away from it.
This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna?
Nope.
That was all me.
It's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Sounds like the town turned its back on you. I'm guessing Reed has his own side to that story.
I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him.
Talked enough. Actually, will go ask him, because I'm kind of curious, like, if he has anything to really say about it. Because I think I've started this game, like, maybe 4 or 5 times. And every single time I've gone the route of diverting power back to Edgewater, away from Adelaide's group, getting everyone in her group to return to Edgewater. But I've never gone the extra mile of actually, like, talking about stuff between Reed and Adelaide.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
I want to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately? What makes you think I can convince those sirs to come back? You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town. You need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
You must have some kind of treatment plan. How long has this plague been happening?
Show up to work, put in your hours, wear a smile. Problems of the body come from problems of the spirit. Work improves the spirit and fortifies the body.
Not how that works. You know what else fortifies the body against diseases? Antibiotics.
And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be treated, you will be treated. Otherwise, you must heal yourself.
You withhold medicine from your own workers.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
You let Adelaide's son die.
Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
Should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain of contagion.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
Let me ask you about something else.
Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Ugh. This sounds disgusting. Don't you people eat anything other than salt tuna?
Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on, what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Your town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
You disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Let me ask you something else. What makes you think I can convince those deserters to come back?
That you or not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Don't blame yourself. Sometimes people move on. It's the way things are. This is an ugly place to live. Of course people are going to walk away.
Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
You and Adelaide have a personal history.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Sounds gross.
Go ahead.
Alright, that's all for now. Anyway. There's that. And oh yeah, there was did want to talk to someone about something and see if it opens up another bit of dialogue. Because there's a certain detail. It's another thing I was spoiled on, but I never actually got the bit of dialogue where it actually comes up.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Got questions for you. This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick? How long have you been junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the one... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot? If you've got a marauder problem, I can take care of it. Any idea where they're coming from?
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
Oh yeah, I still haven't talked to that person. What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Hold up, wait.
Something I can do for you? Yeah?
Heard any news about the hope? Nope. Anyway, Constable. I kept forgetting that was a person I could talk to. Thought my game froze for a second. Anyway. They are over here?
I've never actually been in here. Seems scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice.
What's up?
The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
If you need help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Got some questions for you, if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Okay, not gonna ask about that. So, do you work? So, who do you work for? Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to? Sounds like slavery. So you're basically a bureaucrat.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all of us are gifted enough to serve in it.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
There was one other thing.
Something to report?
Apparently
as long as your
not.
questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Alright, that's all.
Wish we had some better rations.
We should keep our voices down.
Right. Do want to talk to Reed again and see if he knows anything about body snatching.
Something on your mind? Go ahead.
Nope, nothing. Da, 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 da. All right. Map and region and is botanical lab. All right.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
So you don't have anything. Those two probably don't have anything. I want to talk to Adelaide then.
I'm listening.
This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
No, I mean, I actually don't know where I am.
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
Just getting my bearings. My pod landed not far from here. I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist and shot into space, but thanks for asking. Hoping this is all a bad dream and I'm still in hibernation.
Are you talking about an escape pod of some sort? Where did you say you were from?
I didn't say. I arrived here from Earth. Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that
brand new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Veil.
Not exactly. It's a colony ship. Never met anyone. You never met anyone from the Hope? There were thousands on that ship. Not exactly. It's a colony ship.
Oh, you're talking about that old piece of folklore. Now I'm convinced you're delirious. You really ought to lay your head down, dear. Babbling only agitates the humors. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
Not afraid of the board. Well, I haven't done anything wrong. Let's talk about something. I'm not afraid of the board.
No, but the board may have reason to fear you.
Oh, I haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
Let's talk about something else. That's all, I guess. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Yep. Community Center, because there's another book there, and then I know where to get the third one. Not in here. Not in here. Let's see. Not here. Must be upstairs then. There we go. Missed a couple of things anyway. Right. Or I get going to the geothermal plant. Hey, what was this one? Oh, right. I had that. Anyway. Want to head here.
That I could fix them up smart. Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Let's see. Can I fix it? Nope. Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards, anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Oh, hey, don't you owe me something for the repairs? Rivardi, why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Aetherwave cereal or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Alright. Bye, Jeremy. Ooh. This guy to collect a reward, and then to the geothermal plant. Oh no, wait. I gotta go and collect bounties first.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory?
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Unless it's a custodial robot.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop. Go on.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Got questions for you. What do you have against mechanicals?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you. Scanning you with its murderous oculars.
Can't say I have.
Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. First they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
I'll let you be. Oh, there's actually more people out and about over here.
Great work. That's impressive.
Anything for a bit of bonus XP. Map. Head over this way and then make my way around. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. No, wait. Ah. Science weapon, damage per flaw. I actually don't plan on taking many, if any, flaws. I don't know, maybe one or two. Yeah, for now, I'll just focus on trying to get around. A sniper rifle would come in very handy right about now. Considering just foregoing sneaking at the moment. Huh? Bavardi. Yeah, that was kind of weird how that shot rang out through the area. So it was the only one to do that.
Great work.
Oh, I was just talking about how I wanted a sniper rifle. The hunting rifle. Guess I'll just keep going this way. Oh, hello. Probably not going to be able to sneak past this dude. Hmm. You can try. Oh, I actually might be able to. A planet to your living room. Cool. Oh, I saw a health bar. Seriously, I can't help but think it's kind of funny the way that the shot will ring out in the cinematic during a cinematic kill.
Here we go! Don't mess with us.
Before I go any further, I want that. Wait, actually, do like that. How do I... Oh, if I back up behind something, can they not see me? This might actually work for getting more sneak critical damage. So that's really all I'm trying to do. Yep, equip that. Damn, obliterated that one. Oh. Oh, come on. That's definitely a thing you should be able to climb on. So let me up. Final go around.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Coming back.
Just to press that button on accident. map, because it looks like I am way far away from my objectives. Community center. Really should have tracked down my water bottle before starting this. Remember, there is a special thing down here. Hold up. I already have a plasma rifle. I don't need that. Remember, over here. I don't remember if it's on one of these primals. But I remember there is a special weapon to be found. I regret everything. Ow. Still alive. Load. Come on, you can do better than that. Okay, I really don't like that the moment he started to dig was the moment the bullets weren't hitting anymore. Yeah, there it is. Oh, and that takes light ammo. Neat. Maybe that's the thing I was thinking of. Anyway, I'm going to use this for a bit, see how this works. Oh, there's more of you guys out and about. Hold up, let me see if I can go back to being undetected. Hello. There is a woman smacking you in the face. That's not the button I meant to push. What was the button? There we go. Seriously, woman smacking you in the face with a hammer, and these guys are choosing to focus on me, hanging in the back. There we go. Right. Shh. What? Oh, Jesus. Good God. All right. Anyway. Take that. That. Wasn't I here earlier? Yeah, I was here earlier. I came from that way. So they just spawned in more for me to be able to fight, I guess. Anyway, you need new weapons.
That's on account of how I never met her. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Oh God, my throat.
Could be. Reckon I'll never know. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
I've not lately seen a man with a bigger or more obvious crush.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Alright, I'm gonna leave that at that, because I forgot this isn't Fallout, and I can just hand her stuff directly. Anyway, so skills... Yeah, it's not really going to matter what weapons I give her, so... Just hand that to her, and... That does 54 damage. I don't need to worry about that, then. Anyway... Turn in... these bounties, and then I'm going to end the stream. God, this was like the least stable stream I have ever done.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Something to report?
Here to turn in a bounty.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me?
All of them, really. And over... Gilmon? Antriums.
Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. I was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
Yes, I do. Doc Mabel.
Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork.
I do in fact have a finger. Bertie Cotton's finger.
Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
Oh boy, I do love bonuses. What's this? Junior Deputy Constable.
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
How did so many of your people end up Marauders?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
That doesn't really answer my question. Sounds like Marauders have been a problem for a while.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Yeah, I heard one of your workers shot himself. Eugene, I think. Marauders seem to like Adrena time. There was something else I wanted to ask you. Okay.
Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much Adrena time. That'll do a number on your brain matter. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrena time.
Something else I wanted to ask you.
What's on your mind?
Some questions, if you don't
As long as your questions
mind.
fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Nope, that's all. Anyway.
Wish we had some better rations.
Let's see. Journal. Set that as the quest, so I at least remember what I'm doing during the next stream. And save. And I'm gonna end it here tonight.